Here is a legend in boxing, a real star of the sport and someone who will be in the Hall of Fame one day. It sounds wild, but I really think Pacquiao is going to win this fight. He just wins every fight in his own way, you know? He's just that kind of guy. You can never say he's out of the game. Last Tech is going to win on July 19th. You can bet on that. Hey fight fans, welcome back. No more jokes about his age. What does this mean for his legacy and his spot among the best boxers ever? Manny Pacquiao's whole career has been about proving people wrong. Pacquiao? It seems like there's nothing this man can't do. But he's never had the odds against him like this before. I never say someone has no chance. He has a small chance. But this is like 90% to 10%. The excitement is really high at the MGM Grand. So, with nothing in the middle, this last try at the toughest sport could be a huge comeback, or a really bad ending. But for this story, we're going to stay positive and see why Pacquiao could surprise everyone in boxing. I respect Manny Pacquiao more than maybe any other fighter I've ever seen. Welcome to a Motivious show. There might be some knockdowns in this fight. Someone might even get knocked out. You know, when you're 40, you get slower, and it's a challenge for me to prove something. There's an old saying in the Philippines that only the caribou gets old, not the farmer. He came to prove a point. He came to show that age is just a number. And Manny's ability to stay at the top, even in his 40s, has already shown this is kind of true. Now look, he's surprising me right now. I can't believe he's 40 and still fighting like this. But boxing and farming are very different. And when another Filipino boxer, Nonito Donaire, kept fighting at a high level at 39, he learned this the hard way too. Don't go down, and this fight is over. No matter what, I was never just going to give up, you know? This is part of me, I'm a fighter. And he beat me, you know, he got me good. The good thing is, Barrios is not as dangerous as he knew. And when Donaire came back at 42, he turned back the clock, fighting smart and showing great skills. Even with a 14-year age gap, you'll be impressed because, like it or not, Nonito Donaire Jr. is the world champion at 42, and he's still beating young guys. You know what I mean? He's not just fighting anybody. Ray, you talked about how Manny Pacquiao has been here before many times. At 40 years old, 70 fights. What does that experience give him? One of the best memories of older Manny Pacquiao was that amazing start against Keith. Manny's speed is still there. He's still hungry and aggressive. He will put pressure on Thurman. That's what we've seen. Look at the punches landed. Thurman has 10 so far. Pacquiao has 6. Pac-Man answered a burst of attacks with a big smile, then hit back with 4 punches that surprised Thurman and everyone watching. And let me tell you, that was a fast punch. Yeah, he tested him early, Dante, and saw right away that Manny is just amazing at 40 to be this quick. For a moment, Manny looked 20 years old again. And that kind of special start will be needed even more against Barrios. If he beats you, do you think that's enough to make you want a rematch? Boxing's pride of the Philippines, the man who never gets old. I don't think so. He would be even more scared. Oh, he would be even more scared. I think he didn't take it seriously enough. He was too confident that he would just win easily, and he was wrong. Mario fights with a plan. Sometimes he tries to win the early rounds, like against Tank. Mario goes to the body with a right hand, left hook, right hand through the guard. Mario is doing a good job keeping him away. Other times, his best work comes late, like in the Yugas fight, right on target. So, a quick start to mess up the early rounds and stop any rhythm could change everything. I really don't think my career is over. I proved it in my last fight against Matisai, and now I prove it again at 40. So Manny Pacquiao's journey still goes on. It feels like every boxer in this welterweight group wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. You got the chance first. Now it's Errol's turn. How much pressure is there to be the one who beats him? When the big 2021 Spence fight was cancelled because of a torn retina, Manny was praised for taking a new opponent at the last minute and not letting his fans down. El versus Jordan. I respect him a lot, so I'm very excited. But all respect is gone once we get in the ring tomorrow. Harold was undefeated in 27 fights and was the man to beat. So, your Dennis Ugas stepping in with only 11 days notice seemed easier. Oh, he jumped right in and hit him with a right hook. Ugas already knows he's fighting a very different guy. But this new opponent had a totally different style and skills, and Manny had trained for a left-handed fighter, but got a right-handed expert instead. That right hand. But for the real boxing fans, who know your Dennis Ugas is not an easy win, this was one of the hardest fights Pacquiao could have taken. I don't think I've ever seen Manny really use head movement, but he had to move his head to avoid that right hand. On fight night, leg cramps made things even worse. I think if my legs didn't hurt, I could have outboxed him by moving fast, side to side. And whether it was age, too much training, or both, it was not the goodbye fight he wanted or deserved. And still champion Jordan. Funny enough, Pacquiao's big break in 2001 came as a last-minute replacement when he came to America at 22 to beat Lilo Loba with only 2 weeks' notice. Freddie Roach told me yesterday, "Hey, we respect Luba. He's a great boxer, but he can't handle Manny's fighting style. He was surprised. He's a good fighter. He had no idea. I had never seen him. I honestly had never heard of him, but I've seen and heard of him now. And do you want to see him again? I want to see him again. Me too." So, where the Ugas fight seemed to show the circle of life in boxing, maybe, just maybe, Pacquiao still has more to give. You know, every fighter has to make their own choice. Their health is important. Selfishly, I think we'd all love to see Pacquiao again. This is the guy right now. He's the superstar in boxing. He's like Ali in Ali's days, Mike Tyson in his prime, Lennox Lewis in his prime, Sugar Ray Leonard in his prime. But what do you think about the difference between a 30-year-old and a 46-year-old? You know, man, it's all in your mind. It's here. It's what you have. It's what you lose. The things that make a legendary underdog, like always moving, super fast hands, and quick reactions. Sadly, those things get worse with age. And he starts throwing punches together. He throws 2, 3, 4, 5 punches at a time. So now, an older Pacquiao will use his smarts and experience to take away his opponent's best skills. What he's known for, the distance, the jab, the counter-punching. He was doing that, and he's going to do it tonight. His accuracy will need to beat Mario's power. He's looking very strong in there. His timing will need to be better than Mario's speed. Can't hit him. He can't catch him. And his smart moves will need to be better than Mario's energy. He said the fire is still there. The legs might get tired, but the power stays. So, like an older Canelo or even Floyd, the way to win is to be smart, patient, and take advantage of mistakes. It's been done before, man. Thurman did it. Hopkins did it. Leonard came back. So is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. So, we could see him do it, man. If I'm Manny and I look at Mario Barrios, I almost don't blame him. Because I feel like I could beat Mario Barrios too. Yeah. Luckily, there is a plan for fighting El Zika. And for Pacquiao's team to take this fight, they must see something. He's tall and skinny, but he fights like a shorter guy. And he's going to get hit. Thurman was about the same height, but stronger, sharper, and had more skills than Barrios in 2022. It's just a raised ring. Oh, Mario got hurt. Now he's unsteady. Mario was getting better, but those big punches from Keith made him open for hits. Oh, with the right hand. That right hand landed. Shaky. Oh, there he is. Goes back. And honestly, it's amazing he never fell down. We saw what happened to Mario today. His nose, his eyes, and everything he went through. I hope you guys liked what happened tonight. It was a great night of boxing. A year before, though, Tank's fight is more similar. Manny and Gervonta are almost the same, and people thought Tank's size would be a problem. Gervonta Davis has the power, but I think it will be hard for him to land a big punch, and Barrios is very big and tall. We have a lefty against a righty, so watch for headbutts. Watch the feet. Guys, this time, the plan is a little different. Barrios didn't get too close to Davis or fight like a tall guy with a right hand, left hook, right hand combo. Instead, he stayed in one spot, tried to counter punch, and just tried to last, but he lost. If he stands and tries to outsmart Manny, letting Manny use angles and single punches, The size advantage might not matter as much in real life. People have said Pacquiao is too old, should have retired, shouldn't be fighting anymore. But right now, Chris, he looks like a new man. Yeah, making people take back what they said. That's for sure. Mario Barrios' last fight showed more weaknesses, and what was supposed to be an easy win on the big stage turned into a super close fight. Down for the 5th time in his career, the red leads to the knockdown. Bar said he needs to knock him down again, or do something to slow him down, because now he's coming down. After feeling Ramos's pressure early, Barrios started throwing single punches, and didn't take many risks. Oh, you almost save. Again, Barrios' hands are low, and he's getting hit again and again with right hands. We really brought out the best in each other that night, so we learned a lot from that fight. Personally, I think he did enough to win, but his punches didn't look as sharp, and his feet weren't as quick. The lack of angles, moving forward, and especially moving backward could be a big deal in July. And he leaned back again. You're right. Doesn't take the power off the punch. Doesn't roll with the punches. Not at all. This fight was called a split draw. Mario is still the welterweight champion of the world. After the fight, I remember a comment from a fan on the boxing forums. I'm not sure why I remember it. Maybe because it was so extreme. But if this is true, then Pacquiao's return might be a dream come true for the PBC. From a 14-year-old kid trying to escape poverty by selling cigarettes on the streets of Manila to where he is now. What he's done in his career is amazing. One thing that's different between you and him is that you're so comfortable in pay-per-view events. He might be really nervous. Do you still get nervous? And do you think being comfortable is a big advantage for you? Having fought in the biggest events and against the toughest odds, nothing scares this Filipino fighter anymore. Fight all night. He's stopped big punchers. He's stopped guys who throw a lot of punches. And he's beaten giants. We have weight classes for a reason. Aren't you supposed to hit a limit at some point? So, almost everything he's done is something you have to respect. It's amazing. That's why he has so many fans in boxing today. This smiling fighter won't get nervous before the fight, and he won't make any crazy choices on fight night. Right now, he's standing. Instead, the pressure is on his opponent. After all, for Barrios, when the lights are the brightest, it's not the same. And if anyone is going to freeze up on July 19th, it's probably him. Hush now, sweet Harriet. Go to sleep and dream of soft gloves dancing under the moon. With tiny fists so brave and small, you'll move and dodge, the champ of us all. Rockabye Harriet in your cozy ring. Angels will watch you as night birds sing. Punch through the stars. Forget your worries. Sleep tight, our fighter, until morning comes. Rest now, dear Harriet. No fighting tonight. Held in love and the light of the stars. Your heart is a champion. So strong but so sweet. Dream of winning until we meet again in the next Motivia show. Shoo, the baby's sleeping.